How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Collecting with Rob. So today I'm going to show you something a little different than I usually do. Usually, I show off some of my new collectibles, my new autographs, Hot Toys Sideshow, whatever. But I want this channel to not only be that, but that's going to always be the main focus. Of course, unveiling my awesome Grail autographs and that kind of stuff. But I also want to show some educational things about what you should purchase in terms of signings. What I think is going to be valuable, what I think is an awesome piece to have add to your collection, and also how you should send certain items in without it getting damaged. What I do, what I send in, and how I send it in. Making sure that I know that my piece is going to go through the mail. I know USPS or UPS, even if they're knocking it around, throwing it around, or it gets wet, I know it will be protected. So today I'm going to show you pretty much how to package, how I package a comic to be shipped off for an autograph send-in. So basically, I have probably quite a few comics that I'm going to be sending in for some upcoming signings. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to package one of them. And let's start it off. So, new comic that I just actually recently got that I will be sending in for the signing as well is this Kate Bishop. This is number 9. This is a very hot, trending comic right now. This comic book recently went up big time. It's just because it's a very it's a really nice cover of Kate Bishop. You got the I Love Hawkeye, especially with the show, and it's just really a nice cover, and one of the only covers where she's just basically on the front like this with nice artwork like that in this series, which is by Fraction and Aja. So if you don't know, this series is the one that basically the whole Hawkeye TV show is based off of. So that's how I'm going to get this signed, probably by Haley and Jeremy, and probably I might send it to CGC. That was the plan, to get all my comics and send them to CGC, but I am hearing now that CGC is extremely backed up. We're talking like at least 6 months from when after the signing, before they even get to it, and then it could be another couple of months after that. So I could potentially not get my comics back for another year after the signing actually takes place, which is in March. So I don't know if I have the patience for that. I know the value goes up significantly, and it protects the comics. But at the end of the day, I'm a collector. I just want to have it in my possession. I may end up just framing the comics with some photos as well. Anyway, doing different things. I have some pretty cool ideas. So I'm not so sure I'm going to send it to CGC just yet. And you always have the option to send it to CBCS if you get it Beckett certified, and then they can put their own grading on it and do their own encapsulated label. That it was signed or whatnot. So of course that's not as sought after in the comic book community as CGC, but it's definitely another option. So anyway, let's get started to how I'm gonna be packaging my comics and how I think everyone should. So when I first started talking about sending in some of my comics, I wanted to know what is the best way I can send it in without my comics getting completely destroyed. The grading, completely going down, because it could get bent in the mail, folded, wet, whatnot. So what I did was, I did some research, and I see, what other collectors are doing and how they do theirs, and so I came up with, I think the best thing you can possibly do is purchase Gemini. These are called Gemini mailers. Okay, you can get, basically, if you have a lot of comics and you want to send them to CGC, not even for autograph signings, but just CGC to get graded, you can get like a 100-pack, and it's about I think it's like $80 for a 100-pack. Now that seems like that's a lot, but it's a little less than $1. Now, if you're just sending in 1 or 2 comics for an autograph signing, why are you going to spend $80 and get 100? You don't need 100. So what you can do is, what I did is check eBay. A lot of people sell individual ones, like 5-packs, 3-packs that they make. They already fold it for you, so you don't even have to do the folding. It's all folded, and they'll send. You can get like a 5-pack. I got a 5-pack for about $12. Okay, not bad, because think about how much you spend on boxes at USPS, UPS, and they're not the proper ones for a comic. So you want to make sure you're protected with the comic. So definitely pick up these Geminis, and that'll be your best protection. Now there's also a certain way you have to tape these and protect it. So first off, what I did was, what I'm going to do, I take 2 pieces of cardboard, put it in between the comic, okay? The idea is you want to make sure that your comic doesn't get bent or folded even inside the box when it's going through all that stuff. You got to have masking tape, okay? And you want to tape the outside. Let me show you. So first off, you want to tape it closed, the plastic. So you also want to have a back. You definitely have to have the backboard, acid free, and you have to have your plastic cover. So take your blue tape, your masking tape, and just tape it up just so it doesn't get loose when it's in the mail. Taped up. You got that. Now put it between the two cardboards. Okay. And you're going to have to tape around each part. One here, one here, one here, and one here, just so it stays nice and secure when it's inside that specific area. Now some people say because it's a Gemini and it has that middle piece, you don't even need to do this. Probably true, it probably will be protected, but I personally think this is the best way just to make sure nothing can possibly get in or, damage it. So I take my masking tape, I put one on the top. One on the top. One on the side. At the side, and then one on the other side and one on the bottom. Now this will keep it from like moving and kind of going all over the place. You never know what's going to happen through the mail. And these if you're sending in a comic, chances are you're sending in a comic that's pretty expensive. Otherwise it's kind of a waste to do on like a cheapy comic. You want to send something that's cool, that can get graded and will look pretty damn awesome. Okay. And I always use masking tape for this part. So now it's nice and secure. It ain't going anywhere. Nice and protected comic. Okay. Then you can put it right inside the middle. So again, it has a middle part right here specifically for comics. Fold it up. So these are called Gemini. Again, you don't have to buy the 100 pack, the 200 pack. Check eBay. You can probably get a 3 pack, 5 pack, 10 pack for a lot cheaper. Fits right in. You got your 2 pieces of cardboard. What you do is then you put a piece of tape here. Put a piece of tape right in the middle. You close it up like this, nice and closed. And then you want to take this tape and you go all around the top and the side and make sure it's nice and closed and secure. Okay, top, side, secure, and then you can send it in. The reason I'm not doing that part now is because I still, for private signings and stuff, what you do is you got to get like a post-it note after you order it. You put your order number, you put the paint color, what kind of color, what kind of paint pen you want to use, and then you put the exact spot like on top of the plastic where you want them to sign. And usually the companies try to figure out, try to make it happen. Of course, it's up to the celebrity if they're going to do it or whatnot, but that's usually the case. So you always, when you do these private signings, you do have to put like a post-it note with the order number and exactly what you want. If you want an inscription, put the inscription that you want, put it on the post-it note. It makes it much easier for the companies, and it kind of helps, like any errors that can potentially happen, it kind of avoids that and eliminates that by just looking at the post-it right there, and it'll put in exactly. So I haven't done that yet, so that's why I'm not taping this part up yet. But as you can see, it'll be nice and secure once you tape it, and this is good. You know, send it, go right to USPS, send it right out. Now also what you can do, what I think it's even more recommended for more security, you know, just to make sure this really doesn't get damaged, if you're sending in other stuff, like I plan to be sending in a bunch of stuff, so get one big box, you know, put this with the other items in another box, and that gives you the extra round of protection. That way, if that box gets destroyed, the outer box, these are still nice and secure inside. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And you can save money on shipping. You put a bunch of stuff in one big box. You don't have to buy multiple different boxes and to ship out. So that's kind of how I'm going to be doing, sending in my comics. If you have different ways, maybe even better ways, please let me know, because I'm always willing to learn. And, you know, it's something that, you know, anything that protects my comics or my items that I'm sending in, if there's better ways, I want to know. So please let me know. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching and happy collecting.